The woman was shocked to discover a hidden pinhole camera inside the doll, and that doll had been a birthday gift from her best friend. The woman couldn't understand why her best friend would want to spy on her. To find out the truth, she went to her friend's house late at night. To her surprise, she saw her husband going home with her best friend. At that moment, she realized her husband and best friend had already betrayed her. In fact, the woman had already started to suspect her best friend. Not long ago, she had accidentally noticed a lipstick mark on her husband's collar, but out of trust for her husband, she didn't think much of it. Until one day at dinner with her friend, she noticed her friend's lipstick color looked exactly the same. The woman opened her friend's bag and found receipts for luxury items bought by her husband. But she had trusted this friend she'd known for 10 years. Her constant tolerance had pushed her deeper into despair. Burning with anger, she stormed into her friend's house, only to find the entire house filled with surveillance footage. It turned out that everything she did at home was being watched by her husband and her best friend. Heartbroken, she collapsed to the ground. The next moment, she heard the voice of a maid outside the door. When she turned around, she was shocked to see the maid was actually her mother-in-law. The maid was shocked to see the woman there, and this maid had been pretending to be her mother-in-law just to help her husband and best friend. At that point, the woman couldn't control her rage anymore. After sending the maid away, she rushed upstairs to confront her husband. On the wall, she saw shadows of her husband and friend being affectionate. She called her husband and asked where he was. He claimed he was still working late at the office. He had no idea his wife was right downstairs. Just as she was about to burst through the door, she found the room was actually empty. Then she received an urgent phone call and quickly left. Hearing the noise, her husband and best friend came out of another room. They were surprised to see the door to the other room open, so they immediately looked for the maid to find out what happened. But they discovered the maid had fallen asleep from panic. Meanwhile, to get revenge on her husband and best friend, the woman secretly returned to her friend's house to search for evidence. She planned to copy all the surveillance videos, but just then, her husband also showed up. He instantly noticed signs that the computer had been used. Then he turned around and noticed movement behind the curtains.